what is an open admission shelter? And also, what is a quote-unquote no-kill shelter?
Right.
Okay.
Well, yeah. It sounds pretty self-explanatory. Open admission shelters, they accept any animal, right? That someone is trying to surrender or they found, whatnot. And then no-kill shelter is the same thing, right? Like I would assume like they just don't kill. They don't euthanize the pets that are there.
You don't listen, buddy.
I am trying to talk as an audience member, damn it. Trying to be relatable. I know what I know.
All right, well,
Call me out. I'm trying to act.
We spent a
great
whole
actress.
hour prepping for this, and she's acting like she doesn't know what it is. Well,
They don't know what it is.
Let me
I'm
explain.
acting here, buddy.
Okay, so a no-kill shelter is actually a slow-kill shelter.
Exactly.
Okay, so you do know that. So
I do know.
no-kill shelters are very picky about who they take in.
Right.
So if there is a family that, you know, finds a dog that might have gotten hit by a car and they bring this dog to a no-kill shelter,
right,
the shelter might say, we can't take that dog in because the costs of having to deal with the injuries from the car, it's
right,
too high, so we don't want to take them. So then
right,
what does the family do with the dog? Well, maybe they can't handle the dog themselves, so sometimes they'll release the dog on the street, or,
right,
or who knows.
Who knows?
Also, the other problem with no-kill shelters is that they have an incentive to keep their euthanasia rates low. So
right,
no-kill doesn't mean that they don't euthanize. They do euthanize. Their
right,
numbers are just lower because they're not taking in sick dogs, old dogs, injured dogs, and they have an incentive to keep their youth rates low.
Right. They just want to look like the good guys. And in reality, they're just misleading the public. And injured dogs need help. They need help. Injured animals need help. So I don't like the concept of, you know, a place turning away an animal in need just for the sake of their statistics. Because then, like, where's your heart at? You know, like, do you genuinely care about these animals, or do you just want to look like you're a savior?
Is it an act of performance?
Performance. Well, maybe they're kind of like what Jamie does. Like, they try to act like you're a ding dong and you're just trying to act and then get called out.
Huh? Wait, I missed that. What?
Huh?
What?
Anyway.
Anywho, we're going to just keep moving along
I used to
here.
wish I could open up a shelter because I know how big of an issue it is. You know, I used to volunteer at a shelter in college, and I would be like, how many employees do you have? Are all these dogs getting walked? And this dog looks sick. And, like, this dog is stepping in his poop. Like, it's an overwhelming process. So it's, like, it's hard to judge any type of shelter that's trying to do the right thing. But at one point, it's kind of like, this is like a prison. This is, like, more torture for these animals. And, like, it's so loud. Some of these dogs are so stressed.
Sitting in cages for years.
Don't get walked.
Right.
Don't get socialized. Don't get love and compassion. It's like they're not really being set up for success to enter in a new home.
I think as animal rights activists, we really have to look at these cases at an individual as individuals.
Right.
And instead of just saying, you know, oh, here's what we'll do for all of them, we really have to look at what is best for that animal.
Facts.
If that animal is suffering, I do think it's best to euthanize them. If they are sick, if they are old, if they are injured, if they are broken and cannot be saved, I mean, it is a case-by-case basis.
It has to be case by case. Because for me, I get a little squeamish whenever I feel like it's just a space issue. And, like, we've learned that we don't know. It's a shelter by shelter issue. You know, we don't know what people are doing behind closed doors. It's really almost impossible to know every single shelter's process. But yeah, if an animal's suffering and it's like, obviously they're in pain, I don't want them to live out basically on meds and, you know, suffering slowly until they die.
And then part of the problem is that the general public demonizes those that work in open admission shelters, and they demonize the people that euthanize some of these animals, when really I think that they are just cleaning up the mess that was started by breeders in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, the breeders are the problem to begin with. That's for sure. I mean, I have been one of those people who have judged whenever someone has made the decision to euthanize an animal, because sometimes I'm like, whoa. I feel like sometimes they've jumped the gun, but at the end of the day, I don't know all of these diseases. I don't know no one knows what these animals are genuinely going through when they have these chronic diseases or injuries, you know?
Yeah.
They don't have the ability to like communicate in detail what's going on with them, even if they seem like they're not suffering. So I have been that person that judges whenever they are like, we had to put this dog down or we've euthanized this cat. And I'm like, you just raised $4,000 and now you decided to euthanize this cat? What the